wanted to hear from Brachaleah about her situation. The last time that we interviewed you, Brachaleah, you were in Matula, which is right near the border of Lebanon.
It's on the border with Lebanon, not
It's
near.
on the
On the
border,
border with
on
Lebanon.
the border of Lebanon.
Yes.
And the last time that we interviewed you, it was before, the whole situation erupted in the north. You were still in your home. You were still there in your home. Can you tell us what has happened since then?
Well, I think the last interview was a day before they told us to evacuate.
Wow.
So yeah, so we chose to stay home. A lot of our neighbors left even the same day, the 7th of October, when they heard what happened, and for fear of what could happen on the north. So a lot of our neighbors and a lot of the residents of Matula left already Shabbos, Sunday, and we decided to leave. We had what to do. We went on Miftzayim, we put on tefillin to the soldiers, and we went to the elderly to see if they're okay, to see that everyone, we prepared also meals for the soldiers that were coming and filling up the town, and going into Lebanon and coming back at crazy hours. And we, together with the shluchim in Kiryat Shmone, we prepared meals for them. And I remember my children preparing little signs. Thank you so much. Keep safe. Thank you for what you're doing for us, and all kinds of messages with
For the soldiers.
all the soldiers. Yes. But on Tuesday evening, we were sitting in the house, and we didn't go out too much, except for going to put on tefillin and bringing food to the soldiers. They told us not to go around too much. And on Tuesday evening,
this is what month? This is
the few days after the 7th of October. Shabbos was the 7th of October.
Okay.
So, the 10th of October, 11th of October.
Wow. Yeah.
So they called us up from the war room. In Hebrew, it says Hamal. It's called Hamal, the war room in Matula, which was with the mayor of Matula and the army people. And they called us up and they said, please pack up. You try to do it in half an hour. Pack up whatever you need and get out of Matula. It's starting to be very dangerous. Later, we understood that they saw all kinds of people getting close to the border, and and they didn't know what they would. We heard what they did in the south, and they were afraid.
They're afraid the same thing would happen again in the north.
Yes,
like
Matula
October
is
7th.
Yes, Matula is surrounded at three sides with Lebanon, and just the south is connected to Eretz Yisrael. So they were scared, and so in half an hour, I even had my brother by me for Sukkot, and he was by us. So we told them, pack up quickly your things, and I had my two younger daughters. My son was by the Rebbe, for Tishrei, and we just packed up, and your mind runs. What am I packing for? How much do I pack? What do I take? So we just threw in a few suitcases and bags, whatever we thought that we would need. I called up my mother-in-law. My husband's mother lives in Moshav Avital, which is an hour and a half drive away south from Matula. And I told her, can we come? She told us to get out, and then, she's my closest family. So we just came. We asked her if we can come. She said, of course. And we packed up both our cars, and it was very an emotional drive, because on the way to Moshav Avital, there's a lot of army bases. And we saw near the army bases, on the highway, was like one big parking lot. The miluim, how do you say, the reservists just came with a car and went to their, each one to their army base, And from
Mm.
there, they came or to the south or to the north or to wherever they were needed. And it was so emotional, and we saw trucks with tanks coming towards the north, and soldiers driving and walking to the bases. It was like Am Yisrael Chai. We saw it with
Mm.
our own eyes.